welcome to Super Talk Show. It's so nice to have you joining us from all the way from Kazakhstan. So that's a really far place. And I think you're the first Super Talk Show guest coming from Kazakhstan, joining from Kazakhstan. So thank you so much for being here and taking your time. Yeah. Do you want to say?
Hi, Heidi. Thank you for your inviting.
Yeah. So to begin the Super Talk Show, this episode, I want you to give a short introduction about yourself, where you're from, how old you are, and what's your hobbies.
So the first, I'm 20 years. I'm from Afghanistan and live in Kazakhstan. My hobbies is programming and developing some apps.
Yeah. And we're definitely going to talk about that later. But I really want to begin by asking you about your experience with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, so UNHCR. Yeah, how did you get involved with the UNHCR?
I got into the UN organization after receiving a scholarship. In 2020, there was a compi- competition. I'm sorry. Among all Kazakhstani refugees, only two people could win. Successfully passed two stage. And the first stage was writing an essay. The second passage, interview. If somebody interesting in the lines as remember, and the competition was like launched between the end of April and the beginning of May. To the end of May, I got my best and was waiting for the answer. Then the result was announced. The and the lucky ones were me and one guy from another city. He is city Chimkent. What is nice is we took care of us by giving a gift. Gift is a laptop, notepad, power bank, and shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I think it's super impressive how, only you and another guy, only two people won. So I'm sure it was super competitive. And now transitioning to our third question. For context for the Super Talk Show audience, Zanat was featured by the UNHCR on their official Instagram page with millions of followers. We're actually in multiple stories. So she had like a sort of a day in the life. In Zina's life, and there was many stories about like her coding classes and also going to school, going to university. So we got a sneak peek into her life, and I want to ask you, Zina, how was that experience like for you, taking everyone in the world into your life through the UNHCR Instagram? Like, yeah, can you describe some of your experience on that day?
A little background. There was a celebration in honor of March 8 at the UN. Congratulate the girls in the IT field. And since I was chosen, it was a great joy and pride for me that I was published on the official page.
Wow, that's really cool. And I guess now I want to ask the fourth question, which is, like you do a lot of coding and iOS development in your free time. We saw that on the Instagram page, and you've also mentioned it today. So I guess talk to us about like a little bit about your app development process. How did you get into coding? And yeah, how much hours do you work on coding every day, I guess?
About 4 or 5 hours a day. I'm interested in doing apps, so while the process, I just forget about time. I'm using Xcode mostly on iOS.
Yeah, I use Xcode too for iOS development. So yeah. Well, thank you so much, Dinat, for being here today and sharing your experience being featured on UNHCR as well as your app development experience. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.